Welcome back to the Wolf Den Workshop. Today we're looking at this Troy Bilt Bronco that we previously removed the mower deck from. Now I was not able to get any cranking over, and I used a multimeter, tested this battery to be less than 1/10 of a volt. So right now I have it jump started with a battery, a marine battery, that is good, has about 11.5 volts. Right now I removed these side panels to make it easier to access some of these components and to give you all a better look at what's happening. So the issue I was having to not get it to start, something was wrong with this brake mechanism here where it wasn't going all the way. Something was jamming it, but I wasn't sure how far it went. So I was able to reach in there and clean that up. So now that I can push the brake hold lever down at the same time, and now that turns it off and it holds this electrical switch in. Okay. Then what I did to confirm that I could get starting, this PTO also has to be off. All the lawnmowers are a little finicky, but I printed out this electrical schematic. I just looked up a Troy Bilt Bronco electrical diagram, and I traced it back when I couldn't get it to start and figured out it was an issue with the brake. Because what I first did is, this starter is going to represent the starter, but going back, okay, so we have a solenoid here. What I did was, this solenoid connects directly to the battery. Alternator DC ends up being the battery in this case. And the control wire for this component is this wire here. And it is broken by the PTO switch. And then it's also broken by the brake switch. And then that goes to this is the key switch, S. So when we come here, our start sequence is LSB. So this S is supposed to travel along. It's going to go through the brake switch, PTO switch, to this solenoid. So I'm not going to get power across my solenoid unless the switch is turned, the brake is activated, because that's normally open, it's got to be closed. This one's normally closed, so it has to remain closed. So all those conditions have to be met to get the power to start going to the starter. Now I'm going to demonstrate that real quick. So right here I have a test light. I currently have it on the ground. And I'm going to roll down here so you can see the solenoid. Sorry, it's a bit of a fit back there. So this box right here is our solenoid, and it's got two lugs here. Got two lugs. It's hard to see, but that further lug is coming directly from our battery. This other lug that goes to the starter doesn't have any power. This little wire at the bottom is what's going to bring the signal from the key. So what I'm going to do is tuck you guys in here. Oops. So I've got you seated there on the tire, and I'm going to put this electrical circuit tester probe. I'll just show one more time. So that far that far terminal turns on, so that's live. What I have here is this other terminal. I'm going to turn this key switch to start. So you see that lit up, and it lit up. So what I'm going to do here is activate this PTO switch. So this would be as if your mower deck was on. And if I turn the key, nothing. I turn that back off, it would work. So, see, that works. And then if I'm deactivate the brake, it wouldn't work again. And that was the issue I was initially having, not being able to activate that brake switch. So that's what I would do is if you're having electrical issues with your mower not going to start, you want to work your way back. If you're having issues where it can start, but it's cutting off while running, you need to look at this. I mean, every wiring diagram is going to be a little different because your switches can be different. But let's look at our L and B, or run circuit, for example. So line, that's our after fire solenoid. And what that is if you look at this carburetor on the bottom, this is that afterburner solenoid. What it is, it's a little plunger in there, and it seats where your needle and your float valve would seat. This solenoid seats. So when that's live, the power comes and it pushes the plunger down and allows fuel to go. What that does is it prevents fuel from preemptively getting in there and causing backfires. It's really not necessary. If you're having issues that you think are related to that, you can take this off, unscrew this, cut the little plunger off, and screw it back on. And you can operate it like that. But if that's not activating, you're not going to have any fuel flow. So that'd be a fuel issue. And you'd have to diagnose it as such. So that is our L. If we look at our B from our switch, it comes, and then that connects to our alternator, and our solenoid. So our solenoid will bring power over, connect to the alternator. Okay. And then let's see. Where does the seat circuit tie in? It's going to tie in. Okay. So you have your mower reverse, your seat. These all connect back to our M magneto. Okay. So our magneto is what's basically giving spark to our spark plugs. And if we're going to break those, it's going to ground down our spark plug and keep it from running. So essentially, if your seat condition's not met, you have your reverse on with your PTO condition, because this is your PTO switch. If it's on, it's going to switch from being normally open here to normally closed, and then it's going to feed back to this circuit. And you don't want to break that, or you don't want to ground your seat circuit, or you're going to close your magneto. Okay. If you have any more questions on that, put them in the comments. I'll try to help you diagnose them. But if you use the mower, I think intuitively you'll know kind of how they operate and have a better feel for where that electrical issue may lie. Okay. Thanks for watching, guys.